So ends another month, and that means, what time is it? It's time for more predictions. We're going to discuss the big 8 of the Academy Award, just like we do every single month here on Pop, all the way up until the end. And starting next month, it sounds like we're going to be adding some categories. Is that correct?
Possibly.
We're looking into that. It's kind of a... That was an improv thing, by the way, so yeah, sorry. So, before we get started, as always, since you barely can see me here, there you go, that's better. I will let AJ discuss what's going on with the races and the state of the race right now. Things that have changed since last month.
Okay.
There's probably a lot.
Well, it's difficult because this is usually the time when things are breaking out and reviews are coming in and people are going crazy for certain things.
Yeah.
Things are coming out and being screened and nobody's going crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like jumping out like... Like that? No?
Nothing. I mean, nothing's getting, like, bashed. It's just, like, nobody seems, like, extremely enthusiastic.
That's interesting.
It seems like the most enthusiastic thing that people are on about is Keaton. He's the only one that's getting, like, an overwhelming response.
It's interesting. That's good for him, though.
Yes. And it's worth noting, not that it matters, that it was finally confirmed that Christoph Waltz is going supporting for Big Eyes, as well as it is official now that Chastain is going supporting for A Bit Lightyear.
Okay.
I was thinking something got like a limited date just now. I don't know. Neither one of us are probably going to mention it, whatever it is, if I'm even thinking right. So that's pretty much the extent of it.
Okay.
Which made the very unlikely Waltz is going supporting, in case you needed to know that.
Big Eyes does look like an awesome trailer, but this is one of those years that there's almost no way.
It is nice that how you were telling me you changed a bunch of stuff up, and I have also changed a bunch of stuff up, so it won't be as boring as it's been.
Yeah.
For a while.
You can all look and laugh at my horrid predictions very soon.
Go to the so-called experts. There are so many predictions that look a lot worse than yours, I promise.
That actually makes me feel good about myself. I'm not going to lie about that.
Oh my god, there are some fucking bad ones out there. But no, I mean, I guess I can't say that because nobody knows what's bad ones, so...
Exactly.
Fine. Whatever.
Until we get our first actual award show. Yes. So we're going to start off with Adapted Screenplay. And, AJ, what do you have for your adapted lineup?
I have The Imitation Game, Still Alice, Inherent Vice, which are out of order, Unbroken, and Wild. I took out Gone Girl.
That's a mistake.
Because I was thinking more about it, and I thought... Well, the problem was I was thinking, well, you know, there's really no other adapted screenplays from the 5 that I had in contention, really. But then I started kind of remembering the fact that a lot of people were not a fan of Gone Girl's script. Yeah. They said it was a weak spot. So I was thinking, well, what is another adapted screenplay for a movie that's getting attention? And then Still Alice jumped out at me.
That's not a bad way of thinking.
Because it's not like, you know, it's too crowded for a movie like Still Alice to get in.
No, it's not. Because Moore's nomination could get it in alone. By that way of thinking.
Yeah, so... Yeah, there's always kind of that... If There's been the case before where there's like a big acting nominee and it seems like they kind of pull their movie into screenplay.
Yeah, I have
kind of like what I feel like J.K. Simmons is doing with Whiplash, even though people are saying it could run for picture and shit. I don't know. You'll find out if I think that or not in a second.
We'll find out what I think of Whiplash very soon. So, my adapted screenplays changed a bit, but only in one form. Men, Women, and Children, with its lukewarm reaction, I've unfortunately taken Jason Reitman out of the running again.
It's actually pretty soft to say that it was a lukewarm reaction. People fucking hate that movie.
No. So, I've replaced it with the juggernaut that is The Imitation Game, which I'm now finally on that bandwagon.
I have no idea how you didn't do that before.
I also have Gone Girl, I have Inherent Vice, Unbroken, and Wild. I think at this point right now, I think the only thing I possibly could see myself eliminating at this rate might be Unbroken.
Over Inherent Vice?
It depends on how it goes with everything. I mean, if it starts getting nominated places, maybe. But I don't know. I think the trailer looks like a trip. To say the least. Let's go to original screenplay, AJ. What do you got?
Original, I have Birdman, Foxcatcher, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Mr. Turner, and Whiplash. That's right, people thinking Boyhood's going to win Best Picture. I took it out of Screenplay.
As did I.
Because here's the thing. People are really... I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself here as far as category is concerned, but people are really starting to think that Boyhood has a shot. With all the other contenders kind of not having as big a reaction as Boyhood has had. I honestly... Boyhood's a movie a lot of people feel a personal connection to.
I understand that.
So I think it's going to be really easy for people to get attached to the idea that it could win Best Picture because they're emotionally attached to it, when I don't think it's that likely. I don't know.
Luckily, movies I'm not emotionally attached to run for Best Picture very often, so I don't have to worry about that. Just one in recent memory, and that was many, many, many years ago.
So yes, I took out Boyhood for Whiplash, is what I did.
Welcome to the Whiplash side of the world, sir. We have cookies.
No idea what that means.
Good, because I don't either. It just sounded good in my head. My original screenplay lineup is I also took out Boyhood.
Really?
Yeah, I did. And I've not run Mr. Turner because I actually have completely, a spoiler alert, I have blanked Mr. Turner as of this moment.
A lot of people are.
It's not that I don't want to, even not seeing the film. It's just I have other things in mind, and I'm going with something different. I'm going with Interstellar, actually. I think
you had it in your first.
I did, yeah. I went back to it, and I was like, nah, yeah, I probably should put this back in. So I have the same exact lineup you do. I have Whiplash, I have The Grand Budapest Hotel, Foxcatcher, and Birdman. But my last one is Interstellar. Maybe there'll be a lot more nice to Nolan this time around. At least to get him nominated, if anything else. And now we go into Best Supporting Actress, which shouldn't have changed too much for you.
I was so close. Okay.
You wanted to do something, didn't you?
I have Patricia Arquette for Patricia Arquette for Boyhood, Jessica Chastain for A Most Violent Year, Carmen Ejogo for Selma, Keira Knightley for The Imitation Game, and Emma Stone for Birdman. I was so close to putting Laura Dern in Carmen Ejogo's place, even though I've been backing Carmen Ejogo, saying she's going to win the fucking thing for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And my reason for doing that was because my prediction of Carmen Ejogo in general was that she was going to get an overwhelmingly fantastic Monique kind of reaction.
Okay.
But the movie has been screened, and that is not the case.
Ooh.
But I went ahead and kept her in anyway, because like we said, nothing is getting big, giant reactions except for Keaton for Birdman and Boyhood in general.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens.
Well, and it's changed a bit as well. I also have Patricia Arquette for Boyhood. I also have Laura Dern for Wild. I also now am on the train. I have Keira Knightley for The Imitation Game, Emma Stone for Birdman, and I'm still sticking with what you said. I'm going with Carrie Coon for Gone Girl.
So you don't have Chastain?
I do not have Chastain. I had Chastain, and I bumped her out the last minute, actually, for Keira Knightley.
I'm just giving Gone Girl the shaft completely.
I won't do that, because it's my hopes right now. It's the movie I'm putting my bank behind right at this moment. So, we're going to go into your favorite category, which is supporting actor.
I know, I bit the bullet.
Let's see what we got here.
Robert Duvall for The Judge, Edward Norton for Birdman, Mark Ruffalo for Foxcatcher, J.K. Simmons for Whiplash, and Tom Wilkinson for Selma. I've really been on board this little tiny one-person train that Norton wouldn't make it, but I guess it just seems like it's... the only other person I could put in there is Brolin, but I don't even know where people are getting him from, but because people were talking about him before the trailer was released, but
He has some interesting moments in the trailer. They're very small, but...
yeah, that I don't watch trailers is not helping me with this, I guess. But,
no, probably not.
But yes, I am going to bite the bullet and finally jump on this Norton train. Everybody is on. Everybody is on.
Yeah, it's probably a smart train to be on.
Some dude, this doesn't matter because this dude's been making an idiot of himself the whole season, but some dude, this self-proclaimed expert, who has seen both movies, was saying that nobody will win this category except for either Norton or J.K. Simmons. Well, a lot of people are throwing Ruffalo's name out as far as winning, but...
no, yeah.
I don't know. You might want to go ahead and say yours.
Yeah, I'm also on the Sheldon Moops train myself right now. I'm very proud to say that.
His name is Mopes.
I thought it was Moops. I was trying to remember what his actual character name was on the show.
Smoochie?
I was like, Robin Williams is Rainbow Randolph. I was like, Smooch. I thought he actually had another name to it. But Smoochie the Rhino. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I'm going to go with Edward Norton as well for Birdman. I am now jumping on the train of Josh Brolin for Inherent Vice. You never know. I could be wrong.
I dig the idea of another Josh Brolin nomination. But
yeah.
I'm just not predicting it, that's all.
The other one, which is my kind of sleeper pick right now, would be Albert Brooks for A Most Violent Year. It could happen. I might bump him out for Christoph Waltz, depends. Who knows?
J.C. Schoner is due for an acting nomination in one of his movies.
I'm thinking so. And of course, my other two obviously have to be Mark Ruffalo for Foxcatcher and J.K. Simmons for Whiplash.
Yeah, I'm getting farther and farther along on my lone Duvall train.
I almost jumped on that train, but then I put Brolin in there instead.
I was able to convince a couple people the other day that SAG's going to help him a lot.
I think it's a good possibility, but I mean, give me maybe another month. I may go on Duvall, but I don't know.
Then there was somebody that tried to convince me that he will get in at SAG, but not get the Oscar nomination.
That also could happen.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go to Best Actress now.
Alright. Reluctantly, I have Amy Adams for Big Eyes. Then Felicity Jones for The Theory of Everything, Julianne Moore for Still Alice, Rosamund Pike for Gone Girl, and Reese Witherspoon for Wild. I have nothing to add to that.
Actually, we are in the same exact category here because I have the same exact lineup you do.
All five.
Because I put Felicity Jones in there.
Mm.
I finally, I put, like I said, more. It's The Theory of Everything. Everybody's talking about it being the big juggernaut. AJ, do you have any words where people say that?
That's more appropriate for the next category.
Okay, right on. But you know what I'm talking about. That I put Felicity Jones in that lineup, and I think that 5 is probably a good solid lineup, at least for right now. I know that's not saying much in November, but still. I mean, I think it's a pretty solid lineup that probably could be your Oscar lineup.
With the exception of Emma Thompson, the actress lineup for last year is pretty solid too. Around this time.
Hey now, let's talk Best Actor, shall we?
Okay, so my whole thing about a veteran actor has to be in here because I find it hard to believe that all 5 will be newcomers and leading actor.
Yeah.
Well, I did kind of a no guts, no glory pick to make sure that happened.
Okay, I'm curious about this one.
I have Steve Carell for Foxcatcher, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Imitation Game, Michael Keaton for Birdman, Joaquin Phoenix for Inherent Vice, and Timothy Spall for Mr. Turner. Here's the thing. I know what you're thinking.
I know where this is headed, too.
You're sitting there with a stupid look on your face asking me where Eddie Redmayne is. Aren't you? Well, here's the thing. Actually, I have nothing to back this up with. All I can say is I'm just not feeling The Theory of Everything for everything everybody's saying. Mm. People have it in picture. People have it in director. People are saying Redmayne could win. I mean, yeah, anybody can win at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
They're really talking about the fact that he could win because, there's the disability. Oh, there's real person. There's, iconic person. Oh, still alive person. I have not once even considered Redmayne.
Could this be Jobs of this year?
Because not that bad, no. But here's the thing, like I said, not that precedents matter, but if you want to use a comparison, somebody said something, I don't know if I said this on a previous video or not, I might have, but somebody brought up a point to me that makes absolutely perfect sense. Felicity Jones getting in and Redmayne getting snubbed perfectly mirrors Helen Hunt getting in for The Sessions and Not John Hawks.
Yep.
So... Use that if you want to. But people have it like, they were doing somebody said, if there were only 5 nominees this year, what would they be? And almost everybody agreed The Theory of Everything would be in the top 5 in picture.
No.
Where is that coming from?
People that have seen it already?
I don't think that's many.
Yeah. Probably not enough to get that kind of a train started.
Soon.
Yeah.
Not
very soon, actually.
I don't know. But I'm just really not feeling the Redmayne thing at all. So, that's the end of my rant.
Yeah, Redmayne's not on my list either. My best actor lineup is somewhat similar, but I'm still, I had to take somebody out. So we're looking at my best actor lineup is Steve Carell for Foxcatcher. I'm going to stay on this train. Ben Affleck for Gone Girl. He may be the one that's expendable, but
I should have never made that Bale comparison.
You never know. Michael Keaton for Birdman. Yes, I'm going with Benedict Cumberbatch for The Imitation Game. And I'm still sticking with it. I want to see Bill Murray for St. Vincent. Even after the movie, I still think that he could get in somewhere.
And your wishful thinking has nothing to do with that whatsoever.
It's partially there, but still. Let's go to director.
Alright. I'm second guessing this as I look at it.
Uh-oh.
But I'll say it anyway.
Alright, go ahead.
I have David Fincher for Gone Girl, Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu for Birdman, Mike Lee for Mr. Turner, Bennett Miller for Foxcatcher, and Christopher Nolan for Interstellar. You'll notice those aren't different from the last few times.
Yeah.
I debated so hard taking out Nolan or Fincher and putting in the director of The Imitation Game.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen his name on a lot of lists lately.
Much like Eddie Redmayne. Angelina Jolie is somebody that everybody has been talking about. I'm just not feeling it.
Nope.
I'm really not feeling Unbroken the way everybody else is. I know it's easy to watch the trailer for Unbroken. It's like, what, POW camps and shit?
Yeah, it's annoying as all get out.
And just say, well, that'll win.
No.
But
hopefully not.
But that just... I'm just not... Once again, though, I might be screwing myself over as far as this is concerned by not watching trailers, but that's how I'm standing right now.
The movie looks boring, but that's just me, because I don't like movies like that normally. And I do that, the same thing you do when that trailer comes on. I just kind of shut my eyes when I hear the planes.
I'm not worried about the quality or anything. I think it'll... Well, we'll go into that category in a second.
Yeah. My director lineup hasn't changed either. I have Bennett Miller for Foxcatcher. I have Christopher Nolan for Interstellar. I have Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu for Birdman. I have David Fincher for Gone Girl, and at this point, he's probably expendable, but Richard Linklater for Boyhood.
No, a lot of people still are... People are so on that Boyhood train.
I know, but I almost put PTA in this on this. I really almost did.
I still keep hearing Ethan Hawke, too.
Yeah, I bumped it. He's the person I bumped out, actually, in a previous category from last month.
Oh, going back, it's also worth noting, a lot of people have been wondering about Bradley Cooper for American Sniper.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
This is Lone Survivor this year.
Yeah, maybe it'll unfortunately steal Fury's tech nominations, probably.
Maybe not.
But I think that's about it. Because with this category and looking at it the way it looks, I spelled Steve Carell's name wrong.
That's funny.
I put two R's.
That's great.
With this lineup the way it is, if I was to, it just seems extremely incredibly unlikely that Bradley Cooper for a movie like that would make it into a lineup that already looks like this.
Yeah, I agree with that. And,
people are saying, but Eastwood, but... Yeah, Eastwood has 4 Oscars to his name, but... Lately? He just did fucking Jersey Boys. I mean, I know some people like Jersey Boys. But
yes.
Still,
It's not up to his quality, is what you're trying to say.
That gets recognized.
Yes. Let's talk picture.
Alright, I haven't changed. Birdman, Boyhood, Foxcatcher, Gone Girl, The Imitation Game, Interstellar, Mr. Turner, Unbroken, and Wild. I refuse to leave that Mr. Turner train no matter what you say.
I think the only comparison for me at this point would be Forrest Whitaker in The Last King of Scotland.
Oh, when we saw Little Miss Sunshine and the trailer for The Last King of Scotland came on. And I wasn't even really following awards that much.
No, not really.
I just turned to you and said, that kind of looks like Forrest Whitaker trying to win an Oscar, doesn't it? Of course, then again, any idiot could have seen that from that trailer.
That's true.
But still. I tried last year with The Butler.
Yeah.
I really did. SAG had my back. But...
Yeah, because I found out when I was walking around Curious George Goes to Town at Universal Studios, you called me. It's like, he got in!
You said hello, I said Forrest Whitaker.
That's exactly the conversation, dude. It was hilarious. I was like, really? Ugh. So my picture lineup hasn't changed except for one, actually. I took Unbroken Eye picture. Maybe a mistake, maybe a huge mistake.
You're going to have an angry mom yelling at you.
But I put the Imitation Game in there instead. So, yeah.
Again, I wonder why I wasn't in there before, but I know why I wasn't in there. Go ahead and tell them.
There is no reason why. What are you talking about?
Because of what else you have in there.
I'm never going to take that one out until I absolutely have to. No, I'm talking about something else. I thought you had another reason why. No, you don't?
Well, yeah, I do, but it's your job to say it.
We've got Foxcatcher, we've got Boyhood, we've got Gone Girl, Interstellar, Birdman, Whiplash, The Grand Budapest Hotel, and Inherent Vice. Maybe I'm putting too much into Inherent Vice, but I don't know. It just kind of depends.
I actually didn't even see that up there. I was talking about Whiplash, but Whiplash is getting a lot more buzz in that area, so it's not unlikely.
I think Whiplash is going to be something that's going to do really well in award season. Not necessarily win a lot, but it's going to get a lot of nominations. Without even seeing it, with only seeing the trailer, I still think that...
I'm already looking at the changes I'm going to make for the next video.
Got a month, so right before I leave for Orlando again, so yeah. So agree, disagree, let us know. AJ will probably never see your comments, most likely, but we do appreciate your comments. We do appreciate your likes and your subs to this channel, obviously, and continue to follow what we think is going to get nominated for the Academy Awards for next year. And can't believe it's almost here. Got a couple more months and we're actually to the Oscars.
We're getting Spirit Award nominations next month.
Yep. We're going to really start. We already have our Gotham nominations, so what's after Gotham?
I don't know. Well, there's like British Independent and stuff like that.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that too. We'll do those videos just like we did last year. We'll do all the awards coverage here on Pop like we did last year. I'm sure AJ loves the fact we got to do more videos.
Mm.
But it's fun to talk about movies, isn't it? That's the reason why you're here in the first place, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my third hour today doing so.
So, as always, go out if you get a chance to watch a movie, enjoy yourself, and make your own predictions, and let us know what you think. And until next month, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.